All right, we're back. Porch Sports Podcast with your boy Fonz.
Quan.
All right, man. So we can go ahead and jump right into it. Got some news today that Richard Sherman is visiting the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Well, I think they're trying to re-solidify that secondary. I don't know why. I mean, their defense is already pretty solid, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't know what Richard Sherman brings to the table. I know he can play zone pretty well. And I know he's a hell of a talker. But, you know.
That's about it. In this part of his career, that's about it.
Yeah, so.
Ask Sammy Watkins.
As far as that, I know, like I said, I don't see a point in them doing it. Mm-hmm. But then again, with the Buccaneers being in the place that they are, they got shown up this past week.
Ooh. And we'll get to that shortly.
And I feel like, Richard Sherman was on the radar and visiting with them previous to this game, but I really think this game really showed that they needed somebody. Deshaun Jackson had a good game, and they didn't play up to par. So I think, that kind of gives them a reason why to sign Richard Sherman. So hopefully he likes the organization, which I'm pretty sure he will. I mean, they got valuable stars over there in the Buccaneers, valuable coaches. Mm-hmm. He's hungry for a chip.
Mm-hmm. Another one. And been hungry since he lost that one to Bill Belichick, that Marshawn Lynch would have ran that ball. He's been hungry since then.
Yeah, then he lost one against the Chiefs when he got exposed by Tyreek Hill, that Super Bowl.
And Sammy Watkins.
He kind of in a predicament where he's getting older. Nothing like winning a championship. Mm-hmm. And Buccaneers is primarily a stacked team. And if he go over there and play good zone, I think he can do it.
Okay. I mean, it remains to be seen. Few big games coming up this weekend. One game in particular is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New England Patriots. And an article came out that Tom Brady said he's not looking to reminisce of his time in New England. Yeah, he's going to be thinking about one night of football. I think that is total and utter hogwash. Because I look at him like this. Skip Bayless calls him Psycho Tom. So I think in the back of his mind, Tom is really chomping at the bit to get to New England and to prove to Bill Belichick that you made the wrong choice by saying you were done with me. But on the flip side, Bill Belichick fired off a little bit. And he said he is not interested in rehashing Tom Brady's departure. That means he's like, I don't want to talk about it. That's like when you get divorced, you don't want to talk about it no more.
Yeah.
And he's not surprised by the, Tom Brady's success in Tampa. At that point, he's being a brown nose because he knows what Tom Brady is finna do to him. But I'll get that in my prediction. But he'll take his welcome if you will.
I know Bill Belichick probably don't want to talk about it, and I don't blame him. I mean, he got other things to worry about at this time. He got a new quarterback that he's trying to build to be like Tom Brady. So, he doesn't have time to think of the past.
Right.
I do think it's going to be kind of hard for Tom Brady not to think of his memories at the Patriots. Obviously, he's going to give some type of insight of how they're going to play, even though they're going to beat the dog snot out of them. But, I do think he's going to give some type of insight on them because he's been with that team for 20 years. It's only been this is the second year that he's been departed from New England, so it hasn't been that long. Not too many things have changed. So, I know he's going to think about it, but at the same time, he is doing a great job, and his organization is much better than New England at this point, at this time.
But at this very second, I got you. I'm with you.
So, you know, kudos to him. Kudos to both of them. I mean, like you said, man, they know each other. They've been around each other for years. There's no need to discuss what happened, how a person feels about the departure. All that stuff is in the past now. I mean, hey,
yeah, it's been a year's
you
change.
on the schedule. The only reason why they're playing each other because they on the schedule. They don't make the schedule to play the schedule. So they gotta do what they gotta do.
But you know how the media is, and you know how NBC, because it's Sunday Night Football, and you know how NBC is going to draw that up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're gonna get every type of rating possible. But kudos to NBC for getting that game. One last bit of information, or news rather. Josh Gordon is reinstated by the NFL again, and he's planning to sign with the Chiefs. So what? That's how I feel about that. So what? Like,
well, I can say this. The last time Josh Gordon got reinstated, he went to the Patriots. The Patriots, being who they are, with the leadership that they have, they kept him clean for a year. He led that team in receiving yards that 1 year. I don't know what happened after that 1 year.
He went to the Seahawks.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he wasn't as productive as he was that year in New England. So if the Chiefs can keep him clean and give him some type of production, because the Chiefs are in need of another receiver. Now, people have wrote in the book, 2 teams have beat them, shutting down Tyreek Hill, allowing Kelsey to eat. So now with Josh Gordon going over there, now he actually has a chance to really get the yards that Tyreek Hill is no longer going to get. So if they keep it clean, they got to play him. But if they can't keep it clean, then he goes back to what he's been doing for the last several years. So
yeah, I think with Josh Gordon, he's going to fill that Sammy Watkins role.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. He gonna take all the attention off Tyreek Hill, so Tyreek just run his one little route and beat the defense over top. That's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Couple of injury reports. The Panthers will not place Christian McCaffrey, who injured his hamstring on injured reserve, so he could be coming back in a little bit. But I don't know about a running back who is 89-90% of your offense with a hamstring coming back so soon. And then the Broncos' KJ Hamler is out for the rest of the 2021 season with a torn ACL. It seems like the common thing in this season. A lot of ACLs been torn. So with that being said, prayers up to those guys, man. I know it's difficult, but y'all to come back, and y'all to come back stronger than ever. Oh man, week 3 was something serious, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of surprises.
Check this out. I went 10-6 for week 3, man. A lot of no-brainers won, but there's 2 games that left me in surprise and shock. And there's a game that what? I ain't gonna go down that road. I'm gonna do it like this. First, the game that left me in shock was the Baltimore-Detroit game. As y'all can see, my man Justin Tucker is my wallpaper for the week. But I mean, Justin Tucker, man. Hall of Fame kicker, man. 66 yards, and this ain't the first time he did the Lions in. He literally could go in the Lions den and the Lions will close their mouths. Like that's Justin Tucker for you. But that was a huge win. I was a little concerned about the defense because we kind of shut them out in the first half and they come roaring back. But again, Justin Tucker. And for the ones that's saying that Baltimore got away with the delay of game, that is not the case, because it has been proven that the clock you see on the TV and the clock that you see in the stadium are not synchronized. So the clock can say 0, but it can say 2-1 in the stadium. So let's not discredit the win. It was a huge win, record-breaking win. And I'm not saying it because I'm a fan. I'm just saying it because it was actually a good game.
Yeah.
And the next game that really shocked me was the Atlanta Giants game. New York, I told y'all last week, I said, look at here. I even told y'all that I was going to change my stance because I didn't have y'all doing nothing. I didn't have y'all doing nothing. And I was like, New York, come on, stand up. But what did y'all do again? They stand down, man. Laid down. New York, I'm sorry. This is it. Y'all not doing nothing. Y'all can get at me in the comments. I don't care. Y'all ain't doing nothing. But I got a bonus. I know I said 2, but I got a bonus. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. What's going on in the boig?
I told you we weren't gonna win that game. But you talking about 20 years of Pittsburgh? all that mess don't even matter. The history of Pittsburgh don't matter because it's in the past. The present Pittsburgh Steelers is concerning because of the simple fact we just don't have offense, and on top of that, we're dealing with injuries on the most important thing that bails us out: our defense. So with those two factors coming into play, it's not looking good. But it's a lot of football left. It is.
It ain't looking good.
It's not looking good for us, but it is a lot of football games left. And I do still got hope for my Steelers. But I knew, according to last week, with injuries that we picked up and the way that we played, I knew Cincinnati had it. I knew it. And Tyler Boyd called us out, saying that we gave up at the end.
Oh, that was dirty.
I believe it. But Pittsburgh ain't looking good.
See, my problem with Pittsburgh, it ain't your defense, and it's not even your offense. It's one person. It's number 7.
Nah.
It's number 7. I'm gonna tell you why.
They can't be.
And it's not just number 7. It's a combination of number 7 and the organizational structure of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
If you go back to the end of last season, and you saw, I'm not going to call it a collapse because y'all still made the playoffs, but you went 11-0 in the first half of the season. First 11 games, you won all 11. And at the end, you didn't do so good. You lost in the playoffs, and then you beat Buffalo. Hey, I had y'all winning against Buffalo. For the next 2 games, Ben is, if you look at the stats, Ben ain't Ben. Not to mention, like you said, the injuries, and especially with TJ Watt, that was a big one. That was a big yikes. But like you said, there's plenty of football left. It is. I'm not going to write him out just yet. I'm giving him one more chance. Like Biggie Smalls, I'm giving him one more chance. Just like I did New York.
Yeah, I mean, my surprise game, here's my surprise game. Not Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, because I already had Cincinnati winning against my team. My surprise game was the Miami and Raiders game. Miami stood up.
It was close, wasn't it?
And they played the Raiders pretty good.
Yeah.
The Raiders won't look like the Raiders that Pittsburgh played the following week. So they was a little shaky, and you know what I'm saying? The Dolphins defense played well. And I mean, shout out to Jacoby Brisket, I believe his name is.
Brissett.
Brisket. Brissett.
You hungry,
whatever
man?
Your name is.
Yeah, shout out to that guy, man.
Shout out to him. I mean, he really stepped in and played a well game, even though they still wind up losing. But they still pulled it out. And I mean, Dolphins still stood up and played a tough game in overtime against the Raiders, who has been on the pedestal for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
My next surprising game was the Rams.
That wasn't a shock.
It was shocking to me.
It wasn't a shock. Go ahead. Give your take, and I'll give my take.
I know the Rams is good. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if you go back, I would love for you guys to go back and listen to our podcast, our first podcast. It's audio, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, just the first one.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The pilot episode.
The pilot episode. Y'all go back and listen to that. And me and Fonz talked about who won this trade. Matthew Stafford.
I can admit I was a little hasty in my prediction.
Season has shown who really won this trade.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford has been playing great ball. Absolutely great ball. He has the receivers.
Yes, he
does. He has the defense.
Mm-hmm.
He has good run game. And most of all, he got a young coach. They're 2 years apart. And they have so much, you can see the chemistry between the two. That was a shock. I didn't think Tampa was going to get beat on like they did. But they looked totally out of it. They almost took Gronk out.
Man, they laid him down, didn't they? Good.
They played great ball, man. I mean,
yes, they did.
Surprisingly, I didn't think the Rams were going to be beat badly, brutally.
Mm-hmm.
But I still thought they was going to lose. But man, that game was that defense, Aaron Donald. I see why. I mean, TJ Watt last year got ripped for Defensive Player of the Year. He had more sacks and everything. I mean, statistically, he outplayed Aaron Donald last year. But Aaron Donald still won.
Oh, moving too fast for me, man.
Moving a little quick.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get on these picks. Thursday night football. Jacksonville at Cincinnati. I'm going Cincinnati for the win.
I'm going Cincinnati just for the simple fact they have shown over the last 3 weeks they can rush the ball with Mixon.
Yeah. And they can also pass with Jamar Chase.
Yeah. This is the thing. Joe Burrow went 14 for 18 last game against Pittsburgh. Mixon had 18 rushes, 90 yards, and averaged 5 yards a carry. A half a first every carry. Now, granted, Pittsburgh a little beat up. No TJ Watt. No, we ain't got all our players together. But still, even against Minnesota, they rushed over 160 yards against Minnesota. Only one team has contained Joe Mixon in the last 3 weeks, and that was the Chicago Bears. They held him to, I think it was like 30-something yards, averaging like 3.3 yards a carry. But they showing that they can run the ball, and they can take the top off the defense with them young receivers they got.
True that.
So I'm going Cincinnati on Thursday night. 8:20 or 8:20 shot.
Only on Fox. I'm just playing. And the NFL Network. I'm just playing. The next one, 1:00 p.m. Washington at Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan has shown that he still can throw for around 250 yards.
Right.
I'm sorry, Washington. You've been getting beat on for the last few weeks. You got lucky against the Giants. Y'all beat them by a point.
But y'all know how I feel about the Giants. I ain't even gonna go back down that road.
Yeah. So I got Atlanta winning that game at home.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Atlanta, come on through.
I'm going to play the opposite. I'm going to give Washington one more shot. See, Washington, Pittsburgh are the only two teams I'm giving one more chance. And this is week 4. After week 4, I'm not pulling for you out no more. So I'm going to go Washington in a close game.
Okay.
Two trash teams playing each other. But anyway, Houston at Buffalo. I got Buffalo. Buffalo is going to trample. But see, both of them represent a four-legged animal. Not the Titans, but the Texans with a bull, and the Buffalo Bills, which is bison, basically. Them Bills gonna trample all over the Texans. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Texans ain't been good since ever. The next one, Carolina Panthers at Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on now, back up now. Detroit at Chicago. You gotta slow your roll.
I had to skip that one because I'm gonna say Chicago. I was coming back.
You got two nasty cities. So you got two nasty cities.
But
see, you got Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm going. You got Detroit and got Chicago. You got the Windy City and you got Motown. I'm gonna go with the Windy City. Chicago gonna blow them right on back.
No, they're not. I know I said Chicago, but I'm not gonna take that. Chicago only got 47 yards of offense in one game against the Cleveland Browns. Detroit gonna win that game. Detroit got a little bit more fight in them. I should know. But we're not gonna call it Detroit no more. We're gonna call it Justin Tuckerville. Next game, the one I wanted to go to. I want to skip all over that game. Guys, Detroit. Carolina Panthers at Dallas Cowboys.
Well, you know what? Last night they shown that they were going to shine bright against Philly.
Yes, they did. 41-21.
And they shine pretty bright. I started looking at the sky and seeing the stars. And they were looking real good out yonder last night.
Yes, sir.
And Dallas, I believe. Oh, this is the second home game they've been on.
Oh man, they got two better. Yeah.
So Carolina, even though Carolina has been looking real good, and I wanted to talk about Carolina, but I ain't gonna talk about it right now. But Christian McCaffrey is looking excellent. 59 touches in the last 3 weeks, the most touches in NFL history. The man looking good, even though he got a
hamstring problem.
Right now. He got a hamstring one, but that's probably because you running them in the dirt.
Pretty much.
But DJ Moore playing well. Carolina really looking good, and I really think that's the reason why they undefeated at this time. But Dallas is even better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Dallas Cowboys. I wanted to say girls, but I ain't gonna do that. Cowboys versus Carolina. Dallas will win that game at home. There's no way possible, but it is a way. It is a way that you can beat them. But Carolina's gonna have to play a heck of a game
defensively.
Defensively, yeah.
All right, so I too watched the game last night. When I was looking at the game in the beginning, I said it right. It was 7-up. Philly defense actually looked alive. But as the game wore on, and then the stars, like you said, I had to go outside myself. I said, wait a minute, cut all the lights off. Let me see. And they were shining bright. So, them boys is going to win. They're going to win against Carolina. If Dallas had to travel to Charlotte, I would have said Carolina was going to win. But because they going to Jerry World,
and they're switching time zones.
They're gonna be playing an hour early. You know, because they got Dak, they got Zeke, because they them boys. They gonna win.
Yeah.
Next up, Indianapolis at Miami. I am going to say Miami.
I'm going with Indianapolis on that one. Naheem Hines shows some promise. I feel like any team that can run the ball right now early is going to be a threat.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Miami has the offense right now. We don't know where Toe is going to be. And I really think the Colts going to do some damage to them away. Now, the Colts ain't been too lucky for the last few weeks. but have been playing tough teams. Now, last week, they lost against Tennessee. Now, you telling me, do Miami got a Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, or Derrick Henry? No. So, therefore, Colts will make a way to beat Miami away because they got something to play for. Now, before all this stuff happened with Carson Wentz and everything, Colts has the potential to be a playoff team.
Right.
And I still believe that. And Miami played against the Raiders last week.
Played them tough.
They played them tough
after getting blown out at home.
But I don't think Miami's gonna make no noise at Miami. They done lost. They gonna lose 2 times at home this year already. And Indy gonna come down there and beat them.
Okay, I like that take. That was nice. Even though last segment you was giving all types of kudos to Jacoby Brisket, but I'm gonna say this here: Miami is going to win. They're going to hold it down at home for the fact. Going back to the Raiders game, the Raiders. You know how we said last week. We don't think they for real. Even they're looking the part. We can put it like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, Kansas City going through their troubles. That's for later.
Yeah.
They did play the Raiders close. They did play the Raiders close. So I'm gonna say Miami. I'm not gonna call it an upset because both teams are not where they should be. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say Miami at home. Close game.
Okay. All right.
Next, Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland will lose.
Cleveland will win. I'm gonna tell you why. That defense and that offense is playing lights out. I'm sorry. I really do think, this offseason Cleveland was heavy. And I didn't believe it because they always been Cleveland. Mm-hmm. But the reality of the fact of the matter is Cleveland is a threat to the NFL. If they can, they are a real competitor in the league. They have competed against the Chiefs. They have competed against their big brother, Pittsburgh Steelers. And for the last few weeks, they've been playing against they had very close games the last few weeks, and they've been pulling it out. So I got to give respect when respect is due and say Cleveland will go away and beat the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know why you picked Minnesota over the Browns.
I'm about to tell you.
Match for match, toe to toe, they can't see them.
I'm about to tell you why I'm finna pick them. See, this is what I saw a stat today from Kirk Cousins. He has yet to throw an interception. Mm-hmm. Right? The games that they lost was not because of him. Mm. Dalvin Cook fumbled. Mm. Somebody got hurt. Somebody missed a field goal. Stuff like that contribute to his L's. Mm-hmm. I know I said a couple weeks ago Minnesota does not look like a capable team, but in the world of podcasting and bringing out content, you can go back and say you was wrong. And being that this is our platform, I can say I was wrong. I feel like Minnesota's going to win this game for the simple fact Cleveland got to go on the road to Minnesota. And that, y'all, we say Arrowhead and Heinz Field, M&T Bank Stadium, CenturyLink Field is raucous. When they blow that horn and start chanting "Skol," it's rough in them. Cleveland feasted on Chicago. Mm-hmm. America, I don't think y'all heard me. Cleveland feasted on Chicago. I'm not taking back what Cleveland is. Cleveland is a really good football team. Don't get me wrong. But you went against a rookie quarterback that had no game plan for him.
Okay. But okay. All right.
The offensive line is terrible. They gave up 9 sacks. That means the offensive line is terrible. Who gives up 9 sacks in the game?
But hey, let's really dive into what this guy Baker Mayfield has been doing over the last 3 weeks of football.
Okay.
Against Kansas, 21 for 28, 7 incompletions, 321 yards. Okay? He didn't throw for no touchdown. He got sacked twice. Yeah, that goes back to your point of their offensive line giving up the amount of sacks. Okay? But that 7 incompletion thing is very important. I look at what quarterbacks do and how many passes they can complete and the amount of yards they can throw for. Okay, against Houston, he goes 19 for 21. That means 2 incompletions, 213 yards. Okay, he was averaging about 10 yards a pass. And then last but not least, 19 for 31. Not so good with the completion rating, with 246 yards. Okay, that's one point. All right, let's go back to what Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt did together collectively. You got Nick Chubb with 22 rushes, 84 yards, averaging 3 yards a carry. Then you got Kareem Hunt coming right behind him, 10 rushes, 81 yards, averaging 8.1 yards a carry. I just don't think Minnesota has the defense to contain a two-headed running back core that can rush 80 yards by themselves. With Odell Beckham that had about 77 yards, not so
First
great.
game back.
Went over 100. First game back, so he's going to come back a little healthier, a little bit stronger. You know, and I really like Cleveland. I really like Cleveland this year. They shown that they can compete.
All right. Well, since you gave me some numbers, let me give you some numbers. Okay.
This is numbers.
This is Kirk Cousins' current numbers. September 12th at Cincinnati. 351, 2 tubs, no picks. You said Baker Mayfield threw a tub at the Kansas City game?
No.
Oh, okay. September 19th at Arizona. 244, 3 tubs, no picks. Check this out. Quarterback rating 122.4.
Okay. All right.
September 26th versus Seattle. 323 yards, 3 tubs, no picks. He has already thrown 8 touchdowns to 0 picks. Already has 918 yards. Kirk Cousins is on an MVP. He's quietly on an MVP track. He's quietly on the track to throwing at least 4,500 to 4,800 this year with a limited number of interceptions. I don't think he's going to get out the way he's going. I don't think he's going to get out the single digits of interceptions. So he's taking care of the ball. So he's bound to throw at least 2 touchdowns on that Cleveland defense.
Here's the thing that you failed to mention. Those sacks is good. But the fact of the matter is, he threw them yards against Cincinnati, but they lost. Yes, he threw those yards against the Cardinals, but they lost. They feasted on a Seahawk team who hasn't been looking like the Seattle Seahawks for the last few years. I mean, let's just be honest. When the last time you've seen a Tennessee Titan team go in Seattle and beat somebody?
That wasn't the Tennessee Titans. That wasn't the Titans. That was the Henrys. Let's call them like they see them now.
But I'm just saying. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks ain't look like the Seahawks right now at this time.
They're not. They haven't been looking like that the past few years.
Yeah, you can have the stats, but is your team winning? They won it too.
Okay, with that, you said they feasted on the Seahawks. They have been looking like the Seahawks. The Browns just got finished eating on the Bears. Who are the Bears going to beat?
Well, guess what? They won. and they won it too.
The Bears. Who they gonna eat? Who they gonna beat? Tell me. Andy Dalton. Who he gonna beat? Man. Nick Foles. Who he gonna beat?
You know, I ain't scared. I ain't scared of no Minnesota. I'm gonna go with them boys. Browns.
I'm gonna stick. We will revisit that Minnesota. Let me put a star beside it. This is gonna be. Oh boy, I'm
sick of doing these stars. Put a star, actor, whatever you want to call it.
Don't worry about it. I got me, bro. Next. Oh boy. From a good conversation to just
another one.
The New York Giants
and the New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna go.
Well, I told New York last week that
I got nothing for New York.
If you can't beat Atlanta, you're not gonna beat the Saints. I feel confident that the Saints will win that game, unless the Giants can turn it around like I've been hoping them do for the last 3 weeks of football. But let's just be honest. This 0-3 start has been a consecutive start for the New York Giants and the Jets. And they are first cousins. And they have a lot in common.
They stay the same house.
I'm disappointed in the New York Giants this year. But I can say that collectively as a football team for the New Orleans Saints, they have been looking pretty good. I'm confident. I'm still confident in that team that went and beat on Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay Packers.
And went up in New England and won as well.
And yes, they fumbled the ball against Carolina, but I just think their offense wasn't clicking that day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, New Orleans, come on.
New Orleans, that's no.
You're in the Superdome. Come on.
Right. This is gonna be their first game back at the Superdome this year since everything was going on down there. So they gonna come out swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Now up next, the Tennessee Henrys of the Jets. I'm picking the Tennessee Henrys.
Yeah, Tennessee, man.
Yeah, they go without say. I ain't gonna dwell on that one. Next one. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Kansas, come on, man.
And
unless Philly can do their homework really good.
I'm going with the upset.
I think Kansas gonna wake up this week.
Kansas defense is trash.
Yeah, they are. And the problem with Kansas right now is they starting slow. So teams are able to start off with like the Chargers. It was 14-0. But going back to the Browns game, they had them 22 points down. But I mean, they want to come back late. So the problem with Kansas right now is they starting slow. But I really think that Kansas is going to wake up this week. Unless I'm in some type of fantasy dream or something, and I'm still having nightmares about Kansas, that, I'm still afraid. And when the bully you for so long, no matter how much you beat them up, you still got a little fear deep down in your heart somewhere. Just think that bully going to get up one day. So I got Kansas winning that game against Philly. So they've been getting beat up on. They have. But Philly, they have been playing good defenses though. I can't say that.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go for the upset because I believe more in Philly's defense. Yeah, they got kicked in the mouth last night on Monday Night Football, but they're the second best team in the NFC East, bar none. Like I said in my NFC East prediction, Cowboys will win that division, and so far, so good. So far, up to my prediction. But Philly gonna go in there with an upset.
Making a little bad.
You got to understand the Giants making, boy. Yeah. But with Philly, I think they're gonna play inspired football. You get it's like, okay, you get a chance to knock off Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Lamar did it.
Lamar did it. To them.
Justin Herbert just did it. So Jalen Hurts is up next. Even, if Jalen Hurts, I guess, calm his happy feet down when he's in that pocket, he'll be a little bit better. So I'm gonna go Philly with the upset, and I'm gonna give it a score 24-21.
Oh, you get that one a score, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that one a score.
All right, 24-21. Okay.
Up next, Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams. Ooh. I think that's gonna be the wait a minute. I gotta be at Denver at 4:25, so I can't watch that game. But
this is the game of the week.
Yes, sir.
No. The game of the week. The game of the week is Tampa and New England, quote unquote.
Right. That's why they put it
headlining that as the game of the week. But
wait till about Thursday, Friday. You're gonna be seeing all types of commercials. But this game here actually gonna be good.
I got the Rams. Yeah, I got the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams too.
I'm scared of the Rams. I'm gonna be honest, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Rams looking good. And
Rams looking real decent, so I'm gonna go with the Rams as well. Oh, it's another good one. Another divisional game. That whole division playing each other that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle at San Francisco. I'm gonna say San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran played good ball against the Green Bay Packers, and you can't help that Aaron Rodgers is just good at having 37 seconds on the clock to put his team in a winning position. You can't help that. You just can't help it. But they play.
When anything under 40
ball.
seconds is too much time, when anything under 40 seconds is too much time, you know your quarterback is good. I said it watching the game. Oh, that's too much time.
Yeah.
And I sat back and saw the man work. So, but San Fran, they're going to rebound against the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Baltimore at Denver.
I got Denver.
I got Baltimore.
Got Denver. Denver. Because the fact of the matter is, Denver has proven they can run the ball. Denver defense is looking re-energized.
We can stop the run. So go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, and they at home. John Harbaugh record in the regular season 3-5. So,
about to be 4-5. Oh, I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna beat Denver. We can stop the run. Nobody has gained 100 yards rushing on us yet this year. We was shorthanded at Detroit. We had players out due to COVID.
I don't want to hear the excuses. Say your excuses for the teacher. You.
Days are coming back. They will be coming back. So I got Baltimore. I got Baltimore in this game.
I got Denver.
All right, we'll circle that one as well.
Well, circle it. I'm giving you circle it, rectangle it, triangle it.
All that. Up next, Pittsburgh at the big bucket of cheese, Green Bay. Green Bay by a long mile. I don't care to even talk about this game. Pittsburgh is just not there.
I'm going to put my team underneath the bus one more guy in, and I'm going to say Green Bay.
You better ride for your boys. You got to ride.
Well, sometimes your boys get in trouble and something. It's a crime called guilty by association. But when they get in the room and all of a sudden, do you know anything? We cut your time. I got to tell something because I ain't gonna be in jail with y'all. So I'm going Green Bay at home for the simple fact, we just not equipped to play.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
No.
And Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't really think this is a game for them. I think it's more of a practice game for them. But
preseason.
There's a conjunction in this game. And here's the simple fact. If TJ Watt and my defense can come together and decide that we're going to shut these boys down and make Aaron Rodgers feel a little uncomfortable in the pocket.
Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, go ahead.
I think we got a chance. But even if we do play good defense, our offense still got to blossom. And we have been looking dead for the last few weeks. So that goes back to my point. That's why Green Bay.
Anytime you target your running back 14 times and he catch like 12 of them. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Green Bay by a country mile, man. Up next, Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay at New England. I'm scared of this game, but
man, Mac Jones ain't ready to see his granddaddy. Tom Brady is the grandfather of the New England Patriots. And Matt Jones being a young quarterback in a new system with a lack of playmakers on the offensive side compared to Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This game should not have been televised for Sunday night.
Yes,
this is more of a 1:00 game for we really want to see the reaction of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. That's the only reason why we're here. We're not here because it's going to be a competitive game. Because by far, Tampa will beat this team. They will beat this team.
I think Bill got something for him because you got to understand, he been around Brady for 20 years, so he made Brady.
But it's not Brady that's the problem. It's Gronk. It's AB. It's Mike Evans.
If Gronk is healthy.
He's fine. He's back a little on. He'll be all right. It's Chris Godwin. It's all these playmakers. Now, don't get me wrong. I have seen Bill Belichick take away a player from you. But these are players.
I like how you put that.
You got the popping. But I felt my help coming, boy.
But, woke up.
I feel like Temple will beat the team. I mean, let's just be honest. The only reason why this game is televised is because of Tom Brady.
It's Brady versus Belichick.
Tom Brady and Belichick. But this is no game for Belichick. He will lose.
I do got Tampa Bay winning, but I really think it's Tampa Bay gonna win.
Yeah, right. Tampa gonna
win. All right, and Monday Night Football on the 4th, the Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers.
Well, I got the Chargers.
Ooh, so okay. I'm going Raiders. I'm gonna see what they gonna do.
You hard headed.
No, I ain't hard headed. Look now. I went against the grain week 1. I'm still gonna hold on to that. I'm still holding on to that joint.
Well, you lose more hair when you go against the grain. When you go with
what? That's because I'm bald. See, you know.
Oh man!
Sometimes you gotta go to get them little prickly hairs out the way. But yeah, man, look, this has been a great show, man. I ain't even gonna call it. This was funny. I ain't laughed this much all day. But look, so we'll be back at y'all next week. Same time, same channel. This is the Back Porch Sports Podcast with your boy Fonz
and Quan.
And we are done.
Yes, sir. Peace.